it's a good feeling. It's good to know that there are people around the community that are able to help each other.
The main point is to try to reignite that spirit of unity. To see the different groups mingling and talking and sharing stories is really what it's truly all about.
It's wonderful to know that you're helping somebody who's not able to do this for themselves.
You know, we strive to be part of the community, and I think that's the most important thing, is that you have to give back.
For 2 decades, Neighbors for Neighbors built a legacy upon connecting the community and helping neighbors in need.
Welcome to the Neighbors for Neighbors special, Helping Feels Good. I'm Nicole Maristani. Throughout the year, we share stories of neighbors like you helping one another. And many times, the outcomes are extraordinary, especially during the holiday season. Over the next half hour, we'll take a look back and share some of our favorite stories from the past few months with a few holiday extras. Each story shows us all how helping feels good, and we hope it inspires you to help your neighbors. We begin with a story about a group looking to help some of our country's bravest, our veterans, on a very special day of service and remembrance, 9/11. And as you're about to see, our partners at Hands on Broward led a project that helped these veterans get in touch with their green side. In honor of September 11th, many across the country volunteered on this National Day of Service and Remembrance.
It's unbelievable. It's near tears, it really is.
Here in Fort Lauderdale, more than 100 volunteers roll up their sleeves to give back to those who have given so much to our country, the veterans living at Keystone Halls, a residence for recovering addicts.
Let me tell you that these guys, their eyes are like big, looking at all these people that are here to help us. Wow.
The effort, headed by Hands on Broward, brought together a variety of community partners to spruce up the place with fresh coats of paint, new landscaping, and edible gardens.
We brought our volunteers who are our trainees in our facilities maintenance program, and they're here building flower beds, and they're building benches so that the residents of Keystone will have a nice garden area.
The main point is to try to reignite that spirit of unity that people had immediately following the events of September 11th, 2001, and bringing together volunteers on a day like today is not only inspiring for us, but to see the different groups mingling and talking and sharing stories is really what it's truly all about.
You can participate in service projects like these with Hands on Broward throughout the year. For more information, stay tuned to the end of the show. Now, did you know that families of nearly 21,000 students in Broward County rely on after-school programs? That's why it's an important focus of funding for our partners at the Children's Services Council. Agencies like the YMCA, local public schools, and other groups all gather to celebrate the exciting activities, programming, and learning that's taking place every day after school at the Lights On After School event.
These kids don't have an option. They would be home by themselves. We fund agencies that then run programs for the most needy kids in Broward County.
And there's a lot of success to celebrate. Studies show that nearly 90% of students participating in after-school programs do better academically in areas like reading and math because of homework help they receive outside the classroom. And now to another story also about children, this time spreading kindness. Neighbors for Neighbors kindness cards are meant to be given to people to thank them for being kind. A special message is printed on the back in both English and Spanish, acknowledging individuals for performing random acts of kindness. For a special addition to the cards, neighbors teamed up with the YMCA of Broward County and Greater Miami and called on the Y's summer campers to draw a thank you message of kindness. Neighbors for Neighbors Facebook fans voted on the top 6 entries of 20 finalists from each county. The young artists of the winning drawings were invited to a pizza party and tour of CBS 4's studio. The drawings were printed and distributed throughout YMCA's after-school programs, local schools, and the community at large. For more information on how you can get kindness cards to share with others, stay tuned to the end of the show. We love sharing success stories about students reaching their goals, and sometimes they need support to help make it happen. That was the case for 17-year-old Manny Nordello, a dedicated student athlete given the opportunity to represent the U.S. on the world stage. But as CBS 4's Maribel Rodriguez explains, the only challenge was raising the funds to get him to the competition.
Don't think too much, react. Do what comes natural. There you go. Defense, good.
14-year-old Manny Nordello is doing what he loves with every double leg, ankle pick, and single leg sweep. This South Miami freshman hopes these wrestling moves will help him achieve his dreams. Manny's definitely ahead of the game with a leg up on the competition. But he says sometimes being the best isn't good enough. He needs funds to give him that extra push. Manny was invited to the Sparta tournament in Puerto Rico, a big honor for this all-star student athlete, but getting there is a challenge.
In South Miami, Maribel Rodriguez, CBS 4 News.
With help from monies raised through the Neighbors for Neighbors Family Fund, Manny was not only able to compete in Puerto Rico, but also saved enough to travel and compete in his next tournament. Now, South Florida is no stranger to a hurricane, so when Superstorm Sandy slammed the Northeast, many of our neighbors wanted to help. Real Dance of Lighthouse Point teamed up with the Dania Beach firefighters to collect blankets, personal supplies, flashlights, batteries, and more. Dania Beach firefighters drove the truck full of supplies up to New Jersey. Another group of neighbors led by Keller Williams Realty also organized a donation drop-off and truck delivery of supplies for Sandy victims in New York. And CBS 4 hosted a phone bank for Sandy relief, where viewers were able to call in and make donations to the Red Cross. Neighbors for Neighbors was proud to donate $1,000 to help those in need affected by the storm. Coming up, a pet extravaganza. Local businesses team up to help homeless pets find happy homes. And Harvesting Hope, the 20-year project that has students thinking about service to others all year round.
And we started meeting our own neighbors here in the office park that we haven't met before, and introduce them to what it is we're doing, who it is that we're benefiting.
Help for the holidays, a well-known adopter you may recognize, and some fun ways our neighbors are helping those in need. Stay tuned for some holiday stories you won't want to miss. Stay with us. Welcome back. For Homeless Awareness Day this past fall, thousands of students rallied across South Florida to advocate for those living in shelters and on the streets. And CBS 4's Maribel Rodriguez shares some inspirational stories were shared throughout the event.
37-year-old Courtney Hill was living the American dream until she was laid off and lost it all. This mother says she had to walk away from her life, grab what little personal belongings she could, her 2 children, and leave her home. Meanwhile, Courtney was 7 months pregnant with twins. And all along, her 2 children were still going to school. Courtney was so ashamed she told no one until now on this 4th year of Homeless Awareness Day in Miami-Dade County. The Homeless Trust is hoping to end homelessness. At the University of Miami, dozens of high school students gathered for a high-energy rally to raise homeless awareness and hear inspiring stories like Courtney's.
What an incredible woman. Well, I'm happy to report, thanks to the Homeless Trust, Courtney is now living in her own home with her 4 children and is back in school. And while this event was going on here at the University of Miami, there were other events going on in Dade County with the hope of bringing awareness and an end to homelessness. At the University of Miami, Maribel Rodriguez, CBS 4 News.
Parenting doesn't come with an instruction manual, but sharing experiences can create opportunities to learn from one another. That's exactly the goal of the Dragonfly Darlings Women's Conference. The conference is dedicated to giving women and mothers living in the inner city access to resources, motivational speakers, and workshops. Now in its 2nd year, the conference has grown to more than 100 attendees and features a variety of learning experiences and opportunities.
I'm really happy to be here and learn a lot. I really enjoy it, so that's why I'm here again and bring my friend.
Attendees learned about health, wellness, parenting skills, and participated in an exercise class and makeover. The conference is an extension of Russell Reading Room and Life Skills Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to teaching inner-city children to read and strengthening families through increased parental education and access to resources that reduce family poverty. Service learning opportunities can be valuable to students looking for a professional experience combined with community service. And we recently discovered an exciting program at Felix Varela High School in Kendall, dedicated to helping aspiring vets help animals that need it most. The Veterinarian Magnet program at the school partners with local pet rescue and adoption agency Friends Forever.
This is a phenomenal program. We work with a lot of kids. The teacher here is awesome. She's very, very dedicated to the animals. What they do is they keep the animals here. They actually live inside the high school. It's a veterinarian tech program. The kids give shots, they deworm, they check them for worms, they check their ears, they can do everything. The only thing they can't do here at the school is give rabies shots and spay and neuter, which we take the dogs to the vet and get that done.
This program, it's pretty complex. It's not like any other academy where you just go to school and go home. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of volunteering hours, and it teaches you how to care for other animals.
The students oversee about 75 dogs and work weekends with Friends Forever to get them adopted by caring families across South Florida. Another animal project neighbors recently took on was a team effort with a few organizations dedicated to keeping pets healthy and finding homeless pets a home.
Pet overpopulation has long been a challenge for South Florida neighborhoods.
We receive so many calls and emails every single day from people that are they cannot keep their pets. Sometimes it's due to the economy, sometimes it's because they're moving or they have a change of life, and there are so many stray animals that we come across every single day.
People bring strays to county shelters, but because of overcrowding, many animals don't survive their stay.
About 30,000 animals are killed in Dade County alone every year, and many more are dumped.
That's why organizations like the Homeless Pet Advocates work so hard to save the lives of dogs and cats in Miami-Dade and Broward counties.
Without our organization, Responsible Rescues, so many more dogs would be put to death needlessly because so many healthy, adoptable dogs are available.
Today, the group teamed up with Compass Financial Federal Credit Union, the Pet Stop, and Neighbors for Neighbors for a pet extravaganza.
We can save so many more lives if we could just get some dogs into foster homes. And we provide all the medical care, we can provide food if necessary. All we ask is that a family brings them into their home and gives them the love and shelter and security that they need until they find their forever family.
Placing pets in permanent, happy homes is a big goal, and today they've made some strides towards achieving it.
I wasn't planning to get a dog, but I saw Ahi and decided we needed to add to our family. He'll have another playmate, and I hope to have a lot of years with fun, yes.
My mom is going to fill out the application to adopt a dog. My favorite puppy is the little black one, Shusini.
But adoptions aren't the only way to help homeless pets. Supplies are needed too.
We have locations in throughout South Florida to pick up or drop off that we can accept food, leashes, collars, bowls.
So whether you're looking to add a four-legged friend to your family or just help another, a little bit goes a long way.
Coming up, Student Service in Action, a student-run program that's helping feed hundreds of families in need. Bring on the Bears. Find out why these children are holding on tight to these teddies. And Holiday Hope, how thousands rolled up their sleeves to make sure neighbors in need had a great holiday. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Community service is part of nearly every school's curriculum, but the real challenge is making it a fun and exciting experience for students. Well, 20 years ago, a local mom decided to create a project to encourage her sons to commit to community service. 2 decades later, the project has grown from 1 elementary school to 10 school distribution sites in Broward County. Here's a look at how the Harvest Drive helps the hungry in our own neighborhoods.
We have kids in this room today that came back from college early. College that started out when they were little, and they're back here in this room today just because that's how they were taught. You have to give back.
20 years ago, Renee Herman started a small food drive at her son's elementary school. Today, the same students that helped her collect her first cans keep coming back to help.
We are in 10 different Broward County schools, assisting 2,000 families, approximately 8,000 to 10,000 people this year.
With that kind of growth, it's not surprising that despite distribution happening just before Thanksgiving, planning happens all year long, and the students take a lot of pride in every step of the process.
The logistics to make this happen today take a whole year worth of efforts.
It varies on the year, but the clubs and classes get together and they decide what they're going to donate.
Here at Western High, one of the largest distribution points in the district, students serve hundreds of families.
And then in the mini gym, we feed over 350 families, and there's 10 bags per family.
And the students encourage other local businesses, families, and organizations to get involved too. Neighbors for Neighbors teamed up with partners at the Children's Services Council to help coordinate a $3,000 donation of canned goods from All My Son's Moving and Storage.
We've got hand soap, we've got detergent, foil, napkins, fruit, juice, vegetables.
And that kind of collaboration proves to be a wonderful example for the student volunteers to see.
It's a good feeling. It's good to know that there are people around the community that are able to help each other.
This year, 180 schools in the district participated in the Harvest Drive, serving 2,000 families throughout the county, and they're looking forward to seeing that number grow year after year. And now for another holiday event Neighbors for Neighbors is proud to be a part of, the Adopt-A-Bear program, founded by CBS 4 Chief Investigator Michelle Gillen. Bear ambassadors of all ages adopt a teddy bear to help children during times when they're most vulnerable. And this holiday season, Santa Claus even helped out.
Outside the courthouse, it was 1,000-watt smiles and hugs all around as Adopt-A-Bear, with special guest Santa Claus, made the annual trek to deliver teddy bears that the judges lovingly hand out to children in the most vulnerable of moments.
Every year this is a wonderful day because this is the day that we all know how much the community cares about our children.
For Adopt-A-Bear volunteers, the most meaningful moment, the honor of stocking up the judges' shelves, many of which were bare.
Why do you think the bear makes a difference?
The bear apparently is a security blanket to the children, and they run to get the bear. And as you just saw, evident before your eyes, a 17-year-old asked for a bear.
Then it was on to the fire department, where Adopt-A-Bear's littlest ambassador, Isabella, presented Santa and firefighters with boxes and boxes and boxes of bear, all to be handed out to the children they meet.
The fact that we can get them in constantly is just great, and we thank you so much for allowing us to, the honor to be able to provide this service to our community.
And a new Adopt-A-Bear program christened today thanks to FDLE, teddy bears soon to be in the arms of law enforcement officers.
I will be getting the bears to wherever they need to go, whether it's the city department, the county, state, whoever needs the bears, that's where they'll go.
All in all, for those in the trenches rescuing children, the spirit of Christmas and holiday giving came early.
It's all about the love in your heart at Christmas, to feel the love that represents Christmas all through the year.
For some, the memory may last a lifetime.
Michelle Gillen, CBS 4 News.
The Adopt-A-Bear program is celebrating 5 years of helping children across South Florida. For more information on how you can adopt a bear or become a bear ambassador, stay tuned to the end of the show. Another holiday event we look forward to every year is the Food for All campaign, hosted by our friends at Publix supermarkets. Shoppers pick up these little tickets at the checkout counter and add them to their bill throughout the holiday season. The donations are then doled out by Publix to more than 80 local nonprofits in the spring. Last year, more than $1.7 million was donated. Neighbors for Neighbors is proud to be one of the recipients. The funding is used throughout the year to help families in need of food and other household items. One of the programs we look forward to every year here at Neighbors for Neighbors is our Adopt a Family for the Holidays program. For nearly 2 decades, individuals, groups, and organizations adopt families every holiday season, and many come back to participate in the program year after year. This year, we're excited to welcome a new adopter to our program, Miami Heat star Mario Chalmers. Through Neighbors for Neighbors, Mario and his foundation adopted the entire basketball team at the YMCA in Allapattah. And as CBS 4's Cynthia Demos explains, it's a group he has a very special connection to.
Dozens of kids at the YMCA applauded as Mario Chalmers walked in for a chat and a visit.
No one come out here and share my experience.
The Heat star said the YMCA is so special to him because it's the only place he played basketball as a kid. He told the children that he played for the first time when he was 6 years old. Playing the game allowed him to dream, and that's exactly what his message was for the kids. Dream big.
Stay active. That's the main thing right now. A lot of kids right now are caught up in playing video games or watching TV, so it's good to keep them active and keep them learning.
The kids heard the message, got autographed basketballs and gift cards.
And this is someone they can look up to and someone that they can really strive to achieve the kind of things that he has.
Really excited.
Jean-Paul Moradin spends time at the Y and says he was inspired.
He's my favorite player.
The appearance not only making the kids happy, but the parents as well.
He's one of the most important role models in the Miami Heat team.
I'm Cynthia Demas, CBS 4 News.
Aside from one-on-one adoptions, local businesses, school groups, and offices came together to collect toys and gift cards for families in need. Dozens of Operation Elf toy and gift card drives were coordinated across South Florida. Neighbors was proud to partner with the YMCAs of Broward County and Greater Miami. As the largest child care providers in both counties, the Y serves many of our community's most vulnerable. So participants knew that their donations would be going to those who need it most right here in our own neighborhoods.
It's wonderful to know that you're helping somebody who's not able to do this for themselves because they're on a fixed income.
Other businesses like Red Lobster also got involved, preparing 40 Thanksgiving meals for families in need. And another local company that continued their commitment to the program this year, Mostec, also donated $4,000 in gift cards.
It's very easy because, we strive to be part of the community. And I think that's the most important thing, is that you have to give back.
In addition to the Operation Elf toy and gift card drives, more than 400 families were adopted this year. We'd like to thank our generous supporters and underwriters for helping Neighbors for Neighbors continue to make community connections for our neighbors in need. The Herbert W. Hoover Foundation, CBS 4, and MyTV 33. We hope these stories have touched and inspired you. They represent only some of the good Neighbors for Neighbors does all year long, and we couldn't do it without you, our viewers, our neighbors. Your generous contributions allow us to help families in crisis rebuild their lives. Donations are tax deductible, and you can go on to our website at neighborsforneighbors.org to make a secure credit card contribution or learn more about any of the stories you've seen here today. If you'd like more information, please call our phone bank at 305-597-4404. Thank you for joining us. I'm Nicole Maristani. Remember, you really can make a difference by helping our neighbors, and helping feels good.